to you soon. Peace.
All right. Later, man.
Bye-bye. Good to see you again.
Yeah, you too.
Awesome. Good stuff. All right, you guys. So, yeah, send me an email if you want to meet other patriots in Washington State. Caller, you're on the air. Can we get a name? And can you make sure you mute the stream in the background?
Yep. Hold on a second.
Okay. Caller, you're on the
Here we go. Okay.
All right. Yeah, what's your name?
Colin. This is Truthmonger. Sorry.
Hey, Truthmonger. What's up, brother, man? Yeah, definitely. I saw your text. Don't worry. I don't think anybody's actually going to take me away in handcuffs.
Well, but first I want to be nice and say what a lovely lady. I'm pleased to meet her, and I hope to look at some more stuff from her. And she's right on about a lot of things, including the cleaning up.
Yep.
It makes a difference.
My mom said she Post. Sorry.
Go ahead, hon.
I was just saying you can go to Activist Post, and I've written lots of a series on the election, and part 2 of the deadly insurrection will come out soon.
All right, great. I look forward to reading it when I get time. I'm kind of busy trying to put together a couple cases to go to the Supreme Court with. And let me get this little rant off real fast. For the idiots who are either harassing you or anybody else who is out here reporting and doing their very best, and it's not an easy task. I used to do radio a little bit and talk show, and to do the video stuff, I'm still learning it. But basically, shut the fook up. I've been in this since I was, since 77, when I got out of the military after being put in the brig for more than the allotted legal time, which is red line brig, which is now outlawed. In the wintertime during the oil embargo, which meant we were only allowed one T-shirt, one pair of socks, one shirt, freezing your ass off all day. And if you didn't have your butt cheek squeezed, they would put a billy club try to knocking your balls. So this is the life that and I volunteered. Okay, you got to remember I volunteered. Now the reason that they did that to me was because I stood up for somebody who happened to have a different shade of skin. And I was abiding by the Uniform Code of Military Justice, which said if you had information, you had to come forward, which I did.
Yep.
And my information got them off. So, they put the target on me. So for all these buttercups out here, plus now let's fast forward 20 years, 30 years in the future. I busted my ass when everybody else was partying on Christmas and New Year's and everything else. I was working late into the night rebuilding homes because that's how I was creating my finances enough to do my inventions. And then 2018 came, which was, in my case, shouldn't have bothered me because I owned, about 18 or 20 properties free and clear. But over the time, they have stolen them by fabricated documents, and I can go into all the details on that, but there's no point, that's a whole other scenario. I'm just saying, for people to get a grip, and I can't tell you how many times people, where do you think Firefox came from? And there's people in jail. Look up anyone who wants to look somebody up. Look up Schaefer Cox. Look up Charles Dyer. Look up a few of these people that are absolute political prisoners that are still in jail. And that's why I know about. And look up the term CONTELPRO. And then they've stolen all my properties. And when I boxed them in, because remember I told you I won that one case against the judge, and I had to virtually indict all 9 Supreme Court judges of that state to get them to abide by the law the way it was written. Well, I perfected my tools, and I did it in Maryland. Well, their answer was to send 2 SWAT teams after me.
Yep.
So I don't want to hear the crap from anyone, bottom line. And if anyone wants to give you shit, I'll give you, just send them an email. I'll give you my address. They can come over here. We settle it. As Biden would say, well, we'll go out by the woodshed and see about who's who. So, yeah, you betcha, baby, because either you're an American or you're American, so shut the F up. I'm serious. I'm so angry right now.
Yeah.
I'm angry at the negative stuff. The second thing I'm angry about is I've had the solution now for I don't know, 5 years now, and I put it out there. We put it on that show, and anyone who doesn't know, it's not about me. This is not about me. I'm just a messenger. Go watch that show, back it up, listen to it, research it. It's a 2-hour show, and there's a lot of information there that you don't even know is in there till you realize it. I use terms, I quote statute, I quote law, I quote the Constitution. Now, I want to share something with you. I saw it, I think it was, there's so much I watch, I can't even remember half of it, but I was watching, I believe it was And We Know, and there was a picture that he had of the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. And what's beautiful is it was a secondary picture of it where they blew up the part that I always tell people, look at it again. It is the unanimous, lowercase unanimous, because it has its normal meaning. Declaration, capital D, because it has specific meaning. A declaration of the 13, lowercase, united, lowercase united. Uppercase, huge letter, states of uppercase America. So it's states of America that are united together. So, you know, I've heard all this talk about the United States, et cetera, et cetera. The United States, if you go to the IRS code, which I've read the entire thing, including the 1,500 pages of amendments, 2 years of my life to do that, you will find in there where it says, in fact, that the United States is considered a foreign corporation for tax purposes.
Yep.
And I know people in jail right there. Don't get all crazy. Again, this stupid thing about the flag. You know, I went into court years ago and I said, oh, I see you're flying the flag of Admiralty. And I happen to know Admiralty because I was in the military. And I'd look the judge in dead in the eye and I'd go like this. I said, well, I don't feel a ship beneath me. I look out the window. I said, I don't see any ocean out there. And you don't look like a captain to me. Okay. So you want to talk about balls? There you go. And it was years later that 6 months later, when I looked at it, and I actually found the actual code. Because it's on three sides, not like a bond, which is on all sides. It doesn't enclose the flag. And when you look it up, it just means that it's a special event. I went to court in Oklahoma, cheap court. I mentioned it to him. He said, well, we can't afford the fringe. That's how I kind of was like, what? So, because I asked him, I said, how come you're flying a regular American flag and not the Admiralty flag? He said, well, because we can't afford the fringe. You know, it's a little tiny bitty town. So I'm just saying, forget all the garbage. Forget the crap. Do your homework. Go study the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America, because it is a perpetual. That means never ending. Irrevocable. Cannot be revoked, altered, diminished, or anything else. Express, right? It's a declaration. It's express trust. To prove that, go read, Dartmouth College. Now, anyone who wants this information, I'll give it right now. Continued competency training at gmail.com. That's continued, like continue, competency. We want people in office to be competent. Competency training at gmail.com. Real simple. And that is the solution. I've been putting it out there year after year after year. Look, this is a republic. That means each and every single one of us is not only entitled to one whole complete vote, which means anything that diminishes it, which means one dead person diminishes it to 0.999999, whatever it is, which is not a whole vote, which means we have been deprived of a right. It's not about who won. It's about the deprivation of a rights. Now go look up a 42 USC 1983 deprivation of rights suit. By the way, the guy before was correct, but you don't want a class action. You want a mass action. That way everybody has their own independent case. Learn how to write, learn how to do, and learn how to gather together to get your legislature. If you're in the legislative states and the other ones, get a daggone petition together. It took 2 years to convince them that, hey, this is how you're going to get marijuana legalized in California. All you got to do is get a petition together with enough signatures. It goes on the ballot, you sign, it's done. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's how simple it is. We are in charge if you understand that you are in charge. Yeah. But if you keep acting like a baby, sticking your thumb in your mouth and going, woo, how come Trump hasn't saved us? How so-and-so hasn't saved us? It's not his responsibility to do anything except serve the Constitution. Mm-hmm. Okay? He holds an office, and whether it's a corporation or otherwise, he holds an office that's subject to that Constitution. Now, every corporation and every legal entity that's created ever since the unanimous declaration was created is subject to those principles. And if you don't know the principles upon which it's founded, then you already don't know anything. If you get these people in office, out of office simply, all of them, it doesn't matter what, because all of them are corrupted, all of them. And by the way, I want to share with you real fast, I believe it was on, again, And We Know, where he showed that the Bible, which was an old one, and I think anyone wants to do research, I believe they dug up the Bible that was at the base of the monument, and there's a whole story on that. But we already took that out. We already did it in prayer. By the way, people, if you don't know, so shall it be. Space. If anyone does not disagree, then it is without objection in Christ's name. It is so. That's how you bring it to the present. Okay, just to share that with you who are actually listening and who do. Okay, so go get your legislatures, get legislation, write it. I'll help you write it. Have some of it already written, and the testing, and make sure that these people that get into office are qualified for the office to begin with. Two other things so far as all goes. None of the judges, none of the senators, none of the congressmen, neither Biden nor what's her name, Harry ass, is lawfully in office because none of them have a proper oath. Again, go to Article 6 of the Constitution. The senators and representatives before mentioned, as well as the members of the several state legislatures and all executive and judicial officers, both of the United States and of the several states, shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution. Why is that important? Because you can defend something, you protect it, but you don't believe in it. But you cannot support something you do not believe in it. So this is extremely important. Get off your ass, be an American instead of a complaining, thumb sucking, blaming everybody else.
Well,
I mean,
it also goes into just transcending a victim mentality. Again, goes back to self-awareness, goes back to know thyself. It's fine to vent and to mourn or to feel your feelings, but we need to transcend this victim mentality. You choose your life. You make your life. Your beliefs. You want to live in fear from the Rona? Well, your life is not going to be very fun. Spoiler alert, you die, so live. It's easy.
Absolutely.
Amen, sister. So much, so eloquently said. That's exactly right. And that's kind of what I'm doing is I'm showing people there are tools, and we just got to start using them. You can't crybaby at the ground for not giving you plants if you haven't planted anything. I mean, it's ludicrous.
All right. Somebody in the chat said that you would make a great guest, Colin. He already has been a guest. If you go to my website and go to the Friday and Saturday night live streams, then you can see Cracking the Eggshell of Reality with Truthmonger, which is Colin Yates right here. And I highly suggest everybody go ahead and watch that. And please give him an email, continuedcompetencytraining@gmail.com. Listen, Colin, we got to take another call. We've only got 8 minutes left, but I always appreciate it when you call in, brother.
Blessings and blessings and blessings.
God bless. We'll talk to you soon, bro.
All right. Hallelujah.
All right. And, okay, there we go. Awesome. We've only got time for a couple of more, guys. Please, caller, make sure the stream is muted in the background, and then can we get a name for the audience?
All right. Hallelujah.
And, okay, there we go. Awesome. We've only got time for a couple of more, guys. Please mute your stream. Muted in the background, and then can we get a name for the audience?
And mute.
That's you. You're on the air. And, caller 3331. We've only got time for a couple of more, guys. Caller 3331.
Yeah,
hi. Can we get your name?
Valerie.
Valerie, welcome to the show, Valerie. What's on your mind tonight?
I wanted to speak to Red Pill.
That's who you're talking to.
I'm so excited. I know. I'm so excited to talk to you. I mean, I'm seriously, I've listened to you for months and months and months, every single broadcast that I can. And,
thank you.
Yeah, I just think you're amazing. I listen to Praying Medic, and I listen to, Methods, and I listen to, Mary Grace Media. I don't know if you know who she is. I think I sent you an email last week about her.
Yeah, actually, I was just watching her. I was just watching her earlier today. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I like to listen to people that are super analytical and super intelligent regarding everything and kind of calming, not
right
antagonistic sounding.
Yeah, I feel you.
So anyway, I just want to let you know how much I really appreciate you. And I'm in California. I'm an artist. I'm a singer. I'm an acting and singing coach.
Cool.
And I'm in Hollywood.
The den of the beast.
Really interesting.
That's where I came from. I was in LA for 23 years. I'm in California too.
Yes, I know. It's anyway, it's been very interesting because we've been on lockdown, and I'm such I've been a supporter of Trump since the 80s. I used to work in New York in the 80s, and it was the time when the the ice skating rink, the Woolman skating rink. I don't know if you know the story about it, but it was out for the count for years, and no one could fix it because it had a leak, and no one could fix it. So finally, the mayor went to Trump and said, "Hey, we need you to can you fix this?" And he said, he said, sure, I can fix it. And it was literally down. It was just literally gone in, the ice skating rink in Central Park I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It was down for years and years. And I was there when it reopened, and he fixed it in 6 months and under budget. Like, it was above schedule and under budget. And I've just followed him for a long time. So I've been a fan of him forever. And I've watched the whole thing. All the Q posts regarding, through Praying Medic mostly. But anyway, I just wanted to say that I just looking at everything that I understand, I just feel like, I have faith. I have faith in President Trump, and I believe everything he said, because everything he has said, he has made happen. And I know he's going to make this all happen. He said during the swamp, the best is yet to come. And I just think we all needed to stay on that and really push that forward and, do what we can to help. But, it's hard sometimes, because I was pretty down. I was like, what the hell is going on? A few days ago, it's like, okay, it's not what.
It's only been a few days. It's fine to process and to digest and to pivot. Gotta pivot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, did you assume, Red Pill, have you seen the Monkey Works military ops flight patterns videos?
I've seen some of them, but I know that he had a new one out that a lot of people have been telling me I need to watch. And I know he was on Patriot Transition Voice, I think just either in the last couple of days or earlier tonight.
Exactly. Yeah, I saw it was on Gab. I forget who posted it. Someone Gab posted the video. But yeah, it's pretty interesting because anyway, there's just so many, like you said, there's so many, and that, I forget what the word you used, but there's so many different things that, yes, thank you. There's so many different things that are pointing to, come on, this is, it's gonna come to be, and how it's gonna come to be, like, we don't know, and it's exciting trying to figure it out, but it's gonna happen. I really have faith that, I really do. So I just wanted to put that there, and thank you so much. Thank you so much, Red Pill. Really, I really love listening to your stuff.
Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your kind words, and thanks for calling too, Val. Appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. I'll talk to you again soon if I maybe have some more exciting information, but carry on.
All right, thanks. Have a great night, and God bless.
You too. God bless.
All right, we'll see you. All right, awesome stuff. Okay, guys, we are basically at the end of the show. I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you, Miriam, for being here. What do you want to leave the audience with?
I want to read something from the suit, just real quick.
Go ahead.
Nothing is what it seems. This is from the lawsuit, one of the courts are the criminals. The, quote, money is worthless debt. The gods are the servants. The students are the teachers. Everything on earth is upside down and reversed. Everything that you think is separate is in fact unified, and everything that you think is wrong is ultimately right. So you will realize that nobody can represent you, and that representative government is a ridiculous lie. You will require government to be your servant, not a ruler over you. You will see the illusions within which you have lived. So, yeah.
Awesome.